We made it to September and week 4 of the fall season. Let's talk all things Princeton Vikings with AD Joe Roberts. Coach, a little under the weather, but you're pushing through. It's game day.
It's that time of year, Rob. Seasons are starting to change. Though, although my wife reminded me we have a lot of summer left, and which is so true. But yeah, battling a little cold, but you know what? We're going to be okay.
Pushing through, pushing through.
Yep.
Hey, let's start with cross country. The teams competed at the Mason Invitational. I was told there was about 1,800 runners there, and always a great event that Scott and his staff put on. And I'm sure the Viking runners had a great success.
They did, and senior Declan McGrath for the boys, he kind of led the charge, and he's up there in the top two in the league right now. And so some great things are about to happen for Declan, and we're super excited about his training and what he's been doing for us. And I believe junior Jordan Cook on the girls' side is kind of leading that end. Just another great day. If you said there's 1,600 runners there, I mean, that's just a tremendous race to get in front of. That's just a lot of people in a big space. So
A lot of cars to park, a lot of everything.
A lot of cars to park, and but what that does do is it kind of sets you up for what you might see at a regional meet. What sets you up for definitely what you would see at a state meet, and just ensure numbers wise. But great course. Mason always does a fantastic job, and it's just kind of gearing us in for where we are. Of course, leading into our invite in a couple Saturdays as well. They'll head to Eaton this week. And get some good times in up there and see a whole different group of runners, if you will, because we'll catch more of the Dayton end on that race. And so that'll really be a good meet. Coach Cobb really likes going up there, and Coach Campbell likes going up there. So get ready for that. And then we'll turn around. We'll have our invite and celebrate our seniors. But cross country is just it's been a fast season already. It's hard to believe.
Fast season, and it's a growing sport, and it's just and all the athletic directors we do these shows with, it's just so exciting to see how that sport is growing, and kids are getting off the couch and getting involved and participating, and it's just really exciting to see.
Absolutely.
Let's go to the gridiron. A very nice victory for the Viking varsity football team on Friday, with a 14-6 win over the Lakota West Firebirds. Boy, it was a slugfest back and forth. Two great programs, great coaching staffs, and it had to be nice when you got to your car Friday night and took a big exhale and said, "Wow, that was a good one."
Yeah, I mean, an exhale is right. We bumped the game up a half hour thinking that we were going to get a little bit more weather than what we actually got. Although it was raining in every different direction at one point. I was standing out in it. I felt like it was even coming up from the ground. It was raining so hard for just a little bit, but bumped it up a half hour. But at the end of the day, that was a heck of a high school football game.
No question.
And just two great programs going at it, setting the tone for what's happening in our league. Our league is so deep and so tough. Just a great Friday night. The weather then after that rain got through, it was fantastic. I mean, it was perfect football weather. We had a little bit of sun early, and then it cooled down to that nice crisp early fall feel, if you will. And we had great balance on the offensive and defensive line, I thought, from what I was able to watch. And Coach Parker and his staff do just such a great job of putting together a great running game. D'Angelo Burks is just doing a great job of leading us as quarterback. We have and then our defense, it just speaks for itself.
Right, no
it is so good, and we are so fast that it's really fun to watch that caliber of student athlete out there night in and night out, and just be able to perform at the highest level that they do. And I just felt from beginning to end, everything was just on tune. I feel like I went back and I said, there were about 5 different plays on both ends, both West and Princeton, that were just not good plays, or just plays that were just kind of, ooh, that could have really turned the game, turned the momentum a different way. But at the end of the day, hats off, the Vikings pulled out and stood the test there and moved forward. And we're going to get ready for Lakota East this week, and just really excited about what's happening as we move through we're in week 4 now of the season. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we finish out. There's a ton of football left
No question.
And there's no question of that. And kind of like I felt with week 1, I feel again with week 3. There's a good chance we're going to run into each other once again.
Mhm.
And so, definitely everyone is starting to look at that. And like I said, there's a lot of football in front of you, but just a great Friday night win for our Vikings, and just super proud of them.
Yeah, it was the old adage: defense wins championships, coach.
No question of that.
And your linebackers and these kids just love to hit. And
Oh,
I
well,
got to see that firsthand as running end zone at Sycamore. Your boys on defense just love to hit people.
and PJ just really I remember when he was a freshman, and you wouldn't have thought that he was going to develop as much as he did develop at the very beginning. Although Coach Parker felt really early on that he was going to be that type of athlete and that type of physicality that he has about him, and he just covers so much ground. And then Andre Parker Jr., little baby Dre, just I don't know if I would want to get hit by him, when I was playing high school football, because he's going to hit you and you're going to know it. And I remember those days, but um just two tough interior guys that actually you could put where you need to, and they're going to cover a lot of the ground, and it helps them because it helps our defensive backfield because there's so much pressure in that interior middle there that very few people are going to be able to get outside of it at all.
No question. Yeah, I agree. Good luck this week against East, traveling up 75, and it'll be Coach Kitten has got them playing. It's going to be it's not going to be what East put on the field the last couple of years. It's going to be a challenge. So
Yeah,
good
there's no
luck.
question that it's going to be a great football game. I really do feel that.
No question. Good luck to them. Let's go to the links, Joe. Talk boys and girls golf. Give the fans an update on boys and girls golf.
Sure. Well, boys golf came off of GMC's last week and just did not have the result that they thought they were going to have. But they all got better from day 1 to day 2, which is huge. And Coach Tilton has been explaining to these guys since the beginning that the GMC was our beginning preparation for what these kids need to do to get out of sectionals and the type of scores and the type of environment. There is some great, great golf being played in the GMC conference on the boys' side. If anybody wants to watch some high level golf, I would suggest you catch some of the golfers in the GMC conference, because they really are. The numbers were low. Walden Ponds is not an easy track whatsoever. The greens were lightning quick, but the conditions both days, it was just absolutely beautiful for them. So they come back, and we've got some duels this week, and then Best of the West this weekend out at Miami Whitewater, which is our
Nice.
sectional site, which is a great opportunity for them to get on the course, get a little feel for it. The kids really still have a lot of knowledge of the course already, but they'll kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like once sectionals come around. So looking forward to that. And again, we're building that process and building that program to see what's going to happen toward the end. It's always been that since day 1. And then on the girls' side this week, they head out. Our Dynamic 3 are going to be at the GMCs Tuesday and Wednesday of this week going forward as well. And this past Saturday night, the girls got a little relaxed environment thanks to the folks at the Tri-County Golf Ranch. We hosted a little glow ball event Saturday
Nice.
evening that Melissa Yazel, she was coaching for us at one point. She's now with Northern Kentucky University, but she's still an owner of the golf ranch. And she came up with this idea, and we get, I don't know, I think there were 7 or 8 teams that participate
Oh,
in it.
fun.
And they have a big bonfire, and then they play night golf. And it's kind of just it's a practice opportunity, but it's just a great relaxed environment for the kids, and it's fun for the girls. And I know that they really enjoyed that leading into GMCs. And then we'll try to close out the girls' season as we get along here with a bunch of duels. We're not going to put the girls into the sectional tournament because there's just 3 of them. And going through 2 days, 2 days of 18 holes back to back, just kind of builds that program up a little bit. So we're going to keep the look to build off that momentum as we move along.
Yeah, sounds great. Good luck to them, both boys and girls golf. Let's go to the pitch. We'll start off with boys soccer. They've got looks like they have Tuesday host Middletown, and then 2 home matches. Then they host Fairfield on Thursday. So 2 home GMC matches for boys soccer.
Yeah, how about this, Rob? Tuesday night will be the first time that the Viking boys soccer team's been at home this season. They are the Road Warriors, so they're going to open up their
They sure are.
home stretch here. They're going to be at home for the first time, and we're going to have senior night Tuesday night. So they get to play a home match, and they're going to have senior night at the same time. That's just how far along we are with the season.
Right.
But Coach Hyatt and his team, they've really been going back and forth. Had a nice tie, if you will, with Coleraine on Thursday night. And now we'll get some good GMC opponents in there. And then we've got a couple non-leagues left down the road a little bit as we head into the sectional tournament. But really looking forward to seeing the Viking boys soccer team at home a little bit. I got a chance to go over and watch them play at Sycamore, but I haven't got to see them very much other than that. So I really am looking forward to seeing them this coming Tuesday night, celebrate our seniors, and then again Thursday night with Fairfield.
Perfect. That sounds great. Now on the girls' side, looking at the girls, let's see, traveling to Middletown on Tuesday and to Fairfield on Thursday. So they're doing the opposite of the boys, going on the road to face those two GMC opponents.
Yeah, they were loaded up on the front end on the home schedule, and now it's going to kind of spread itself out a little bit. But Saturday night they headed down to Marymount for a non-conference match and really saw some quality soccer Saturday evening, and really took on a very strong opponent there, which is a good non-league for us. It kind of sets up some things later on down the road, get to see some good foot skills and some good work in. But got some great league matches here in front of us. The girls are playing really, really hard. Their confidence is really high right now. You can see it in them in the hallways, and you can see it on the practice pitch. And then you can turn around and you can see them when they've been here at home. So looking forward to this week, gearing up again as we move into a couple week stretch here, and then we'll have homecoming, and then we'll start to get into that sectional play. But the Lady Viking soccer program is really starting to show itself a little bit. All the hard work they've done this summer is really starting to show itself.
Perfect. Good luck to boys and girls soccer this week and continued success there. Let's go to the hard court girls tennis. Let's see. Middletown, 2 home matches this week. Middies come down, and Lakota East both come down to play the Vikings at the very nice Princeton tennis courts.
Yeah, we'll have them in this week, and then of course it's a little bit of a stretch here. We'll have Middletown and East coming in this week, and it's gearing us up for the Coaches Classic a couple Saturdays from now. We may try to jockey that date a little bit because we'll host that as well. But Coach Bruning's really gotten the girls going and doing some good things. Our record as a team doesn't always show, the individual side of it with 2 wins so far this season, but, really like what he does, what Coach Bruning does with the girls and putting them in the right spots and moving some things around. So looking forward to how we finish out strong as we gear up for the GMC tournament.
Yeah. Good luck to them on that. And then to wrap up this week's show, Joe, let's jump in the pool and talk water polo, boys and girls.
Yeah, well, the girls, we hosted an invite this past weekend at our place, and they had 3 matches. They played Walnut Hills on Friday night, and then they played Worthington Kilbourne and Milford on Saturday. And young is what I want to say when I talk about water polo, because we've got a lot of middle school kids that are being introduced to the sport. Right. Coach Rust and Coach Fedek have done a tremendous job of continuing to help us grow the sport of water polo. Getting them acclimated into what they are seeing down the road. It's one of those sports that continues to grow as it moves forward. And they'll head to Ohio Cup this coming weekend. We'll have a duel, I believe, with Oakwood here this week, and then they'll head to Ohio Cup this coming weekend, which is what the boys just did this past weekend. Now, one of the neat things about Ohio Cup, which is hosted by Thomas Worthington in the Columbus area, is the matches are traditionally outside at an outdoor pool. And it's a really neat event to watch. If you ever get a chance to catch it, it's really something. But one of the things you got to face at this time of year is the weather, and I got a kick out of one of our parents who posted Sunday morning. It was 42 degrees when the boys were getting in the water for the last day of the Ohio Cup. So, that's a fun challenge for them to face. You don't know what you're going to run into this weekend with the weather, but The boys are on track. We'll have the Packer Classic coming up in a couple Saturdays, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's a traditional, long-standing event that we host at our place, and then they'll begin their postseason play, and we'll have JV states, and then we'll host a girls regional, and then the boys. I think the boys will have to travel for their regional this year, and it's just we'll see how it plays out.
It sure seems like boys water polo is growing because we do broadcast some water polo, and I see more schools that are participating. It's really exciting because what a sport, Joe! The endurance and the physicality in water polo is just incredible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a great sport. It really is. And you know, the girls on Saturday watching them, I mean, they have fun doing it, you know, and when people realize that, hey, there's no shallow end when you're playing this sport, you know, that you're
Right.
not touching the bottom. You know, the endurance and the strength, it's just a great I encourage anybody that's, you know, maybe a singular focused student athlete to give it a shot because it really would train your body and train your muscles in a different avenue.
Yeah, no question. All right, Joe. Well, best of luck to all the Vikings student athletes and teams this week. Hope it's a great week for them. Coach, hope you feel better, and I may see you this week somewhere in a press box or stadium near you. But thank you for your time, and we'll touch base again next week.
I appreciate it, Rob. Thank you. And yeah, we'll catch you somewhere. Appreciate all you do.
Yep, feel better. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.